If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. Hey, we just got a possible album announcement, cover, and leaks from PLAYBOI CARTI on the 2-year anniversary from Whole Lotta Red. You've probably seen this all over your hip-hop Instagram and everything about it. Now we're going to take a look at what this actually means and what the whole story behind it is. So let's get straight into this. So it all started out like last night with CARTI posting this picture on his Instagram story. This is a picture of this very feminine looking dude. Could also be a girl. If you know who this is, please let me know. Please let the fans know in the comments. I don't know who that is, and I haven't seen anybody that knows who this is. And he posted this picture, and people didn't really care about it as much. It was just like, okay, what could this mean? Is this going to be like somewhat of a cover? But nobody really dove behind it. And also, what I gotta mention is that he also shared a screenshot of this new snippet. We don't have the title for this. It's also just a screenshot. You can't actually hear the song being played, and a lot of memes have been circulating about how CARTI thinks that we can press on play, but we actually can't because it's just a screenshot. So he posted that, so there's definitely something going on with that snippet connected with that cover. But the story goes on, because after we didn't know what this picture of this very feminine looking dude was about, he actually posted it on his Instagram feed, and this is the post right here. He didn't caption it anything. It's just the same picture that he posted on his story as a post. But there is a parental advisory explicit content sticker in the lower right corner, which is definitely a sign for an album cover, because usually you put that sticker on album covers or singles or whatever, because that is what it's used for. And so people have been thinking that this is actually going to be the cover for a new album, a new single, whatever. But it's kind of like, what kind of cover is that with just that picture of the dude or girl, whatever? But it's CARTI. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. And after he did that, he also took again to his story to share a couple of evidence of snippets. We have 3 in total. The number in front is likely the BPM, and then the title is the one that is in the parentheses. So the first track is apparently called Presentation, the second one Voltor Flip, and the third one First Angel. Now we also can't actually click on these. The first leak of the screenshot that I showed you earlier that he shared is likely one of those tracks. We can just kind of conclude that because this is how those files look in the Notes app, kind of like what artists sometimes use to tease a couple of tracks. If you do know any of these, or if there are snippets leaks out there for these, I know a lot of y'all CARTI fans are way more into it than I am, then please let the fans know in the comments, because that would be very interesting. So that is everything that came directly from him. But obviously, what does this mean? Well, first of all, I gotta say that obviously this all occurred on December 24th, so Christmas Eve. And if you remember correctly, Whole Lotta Red dropped 2 years ago on Christmas Day, so December 25th. And so Bob Lamb said this perfectly in his new video, but CARTI did such a great job at releasing Whole Lotta Red on the 25th that every year now people are looking up new CARTI stuff, and as soon as he does something just closely related to those 2 dates, the 24th, 25th, whatever, we immediately assume it's something new. And of course, this is pretty straightforward. He's kind of provoking it with posting a cover art, with posting snippets, and we haven't heard from him in a very long time. So this kind of he really provokes it, but still, it's like every time it's December 25th and we hear something from CARTI, it's definitely like, oh, it's a new album, because Whole Lotta Red dropped the exact same way that he's rolling this thing out right now. Well, obviously nothing dropped today on the 25th, so I just kind of want to put that as a disclaimer, but there is the possibility of this thing still coming out, and there's a couple of reasons, a couple of possible projects that this could actually be. So let's look at the chronological history of what's been happening up to here so far. Right after Whole Lotta Red dropped, like 2 days after, he composed this tweet. You'll probably know this. He said, "Talk to me, what song do you need on the deluxe?" So kind of inferring that there will be a deluxe to Whole Lotta Red. We never got this. It's still out there. Maybe this new thing could be the deluxe, but that is pretty unlikely. I mean, it would make sense if it's on the anniversary of Whole Lotta Red that he would drop the deluxe, but 2 years later, it's just a long time after, and I don't think that deluxe is still coming out. Well, then his album was tentatively called Narcissist. That's kind of like what we were going off of for a very long time, until in an interview with Double XL, he revealed that he now changed the title of this thing to just Music, because that is exactly what it is. It's just music. So now the album is called Music. So we went from the deluxe to Whole Lotta Red to Narcissist to music. So this could be that new album. If any of those titles do come true, it could also be a completely different thing. So we have the possibility of the deluxe for Whole Lotta Red. We have the possibility of Narcissist / music, whatever that will be, or something completely different. Now, I don't think, and a lot of people already said this, but that he's going to use that cover art as the cover for a whole new album. I think that this will more likely be like a single or a little like 2-pack, whatever EP he got coming out. So maybe we can look forward to that. But as I said, it didn't drop tonight. It didn't drop last night, basically, on the 25th. There's still a possibility that it will come later on today. For example, DJ Academics tweeted out in the kind of, aftermath of this whole thing happening, "When I have the date, I'll let you know. I promise, just be prepared." And that was yesterday. So maybe there's also a completely different date to this, and he just used the date, the anniversary for Whole Lotta Red, to kind of start promoting this whole thing, because he knew that around this time, the 24th, 25th, people are going to be looking up his name, and he can definitely stir up some hype. And I mean, he did exactly that by posting on the same day that he dropped Whole Lotta Red 2 years ago. Also, we gotta acknowledge the fact how well that album aged, Whole Lotta Red. I wasn't a fan at first, but that thing was, I gotta admit, and I haven't said this yet, a lot of people have, but that thing was ahead of its time. I gotta admit it now. 2 years later, I gotta say that. So I think it is pretty sure that new PLAYBOI CARTI music is coming. If it's still gonna be 2022, if it's gonna be just in a couple of days, I don't know. Nobody knows. But 2023, I think, is pretty sure now. We're not going to wait for another year after that. I think all of the recent stuff now, with the changing the titles of it, with getting it kind of cleared, the samples, and not getting it clear, just wanting to put it out with Narcissist back then, all of that happened. Now we got those leak screenshots that he gave us. Now we got the cover art for something. So I think it's pretty sure that something is actually coming in the pretty near future. As I said, if it's still going to be December, it's still up in the air. I don't actually think so. I think he just used the date to create some hype, but maybe January, maybe February, earlier next year. I think that, the first quarter of 2023, I think it'd definitely be a potent release date for PLAYBOI CARTI on this account. So that's all the news that happened, everything we got from PLAYBOI CARTI on Instagram. If anything else happens, I'll be sure to keep y'all updated, so make sure you're subscribed to stay up to date with all the new PLAYBOI CARTI stuff happening, if it's Narcissist, music, deluxe, whatever. And I think this is a pretty interesting time, because I think we're going to see a lot more developing and unveiling in the next couple of days, actually, at least in the next couple of weeks. So definitely stay tuned, because a lot more PLAYBOI CARTI content and a lot more PLAYBOI CARTI music, obviously, I think is pretty sure to be coming very soon. But let me know what you think about this. Do you agree with me on what I said about my theory, when this is dropping, why this is happening on the 25th, the anniversary of Whole Lotta Red? Do you think it's actually still coming later today? That would be obviously the best option. All of your thoughts on this, please let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.